Tell the other guy, guess what, man? You know what's so? He said, you know what's crazy? One day my grandson gonna be watching him in here. Do you know I never bought myself or my mom a house? Do you know how many houses I bought? Do you know how many people got houses off of me being incarcerated, out of the homies being incarcerated? Do you know how many people bought houses? I had this one guard, right? Me and him used to go back and forth. His name was Ski. That's mostly all they named Ski. This dude was extraordinary dead, right? And I wasn't right along with him because I used to put my paperwork in. I knew the codes of ethics that they supposed to follow. They're not supposed to curse. They got a codes of ethics that they supposed to follow. So me and this dude used to go back and forth. Just down third, yeah, whatever. So one day I'm coming out the yard. This is one of the most painful interactions I've ever had with a guard. So he said, "Oh yeah, Peoples, you got some mail." So I came to the yard, come from the yard, go to my cell, coming back up to the desk. He said, hold up, look. He went inside of his shirt and they wear like these vests. These like for like knives if somebody stab him. Not like vests on it, but it's like a vest. He said, "Oh, let me show you something." He went inside his shirt, pulled out a little envelope, right? So what's you showing me? Opened the envelope, took a picture. I said, "Look, check this out, Peoples." I said, "What?" He put it on the desk. He said, "You and the homies got that for me." I said, "What?" It's him in front of his house with a boat, and then like in the driveway in the house with him and his son. He said, "Y'all bought all that for me." That was the most painful I ever experienced because the reality of the truth that we did. These people be coming there, graduate. All you need is a diploma. They come in there young. And you'll be in prison. And what's so sad about prison? That killed me that day. But what's so sad? You see two families in prison. You see the family of the dad and the son that's doing life or doing big numbers together in jail, and then you see the other family. The family of the guard, you had the grandfather, the son, the grandson, the grandmom, the wife, the sister.
All working at the prison.
You had 7 different family members working at the prison, making a living off of everything, making a living off the homies.
And all they did was plug each other in.
And they plug each other, nepotism. They plugged each other in, and you sitting there with your family in prison. They in there making money. And another thing I seen, I never forget this. I'm in the visiting room. I used to work out front in Dollaz Penitentiary. I used to work at the front gate. So I'm in the front gate, but I'm in the back area.
So why you never ran, nigga?
No, when you working out there, you ready to come home. I'm gonna run for.
Okay.
So I'm in the back. I'm running all the time. So I'm in the back, right? I done cleaned up. I had to mop up and all that. You know what I mean? So I'm in the back. So a Muslim sister come in. She got a little son with him. He running around, energy and all that. I'm sitting in the back. They think I already left and went back to the block. The 2 guards that was working there. It was a sergeant and a regular guard. So I'm sitting in the back. So you had the kid running around, right? A little baby. He running around and all that stuff. Oh, she's like, "Boy, come here." So they get it through, pass it through. They sometimes do the swipe machine with you. Sometimes your family arrive hundreds of miles to see you and they can't get in because they might have a wire brawl or whatever. But she cleared it. So the little baby, she kept telling the baby, "Come here." So when they buzzed the door, pop out, and she walked out to go to the visiting part, he tell the other guy, "Guess what, man? You know what's so?" He said, "You know what's crazy? One day my grandson gonna be watching him in here." That was some painful shit. That was painful. That was some painful shit because the reality is that might be true. So it was. I'm in the back. I'm like, these motherfuckers. Because you be mad, but when you hear certain things, it's like you be mad, but it be truth to it, and it cuts so deep, and it's like that's the reality we be going through. Because if his father in here, and it's like, you see what I'm saying? It's like more likely who's educating him on the outside.
Absolutely.
That's just stories from the cell, man. It's deep.